All right, this is Maginnis, and we're going to talk about how to do a watercolor resist painting today. All right, so we're going to start with a blank sheet of paper. Needs to be on the heavier side if you're using paint. And you're also going to need a white crayon, a pencil, and a picture you want to transfer. Now you can absolutely freehand something on here in pencil. However, because this exercise, this activity is about the paint technique and not about how accurately you can draw a picture, it's perfectly okay to take a printout or a picture from just about any source and do my little carbon copy trick here, where you rub some pencil lead on the back. You only need to do it underneath the sections of the drawing you're going to trace, or the picture rather you're going to trace. Okay, and secure it in place on your paint paper with a little bit of masking tape. And then you're going to trace this. Now, it is helpful if you're doing it for the first time to use a pen so you can see where you traced and where you haven't. I guess a pencil would work too, but I'm just going to use the ruler to make this go quick. I'm just going to trace all the contours that I want to transfer. Okay, I think I've got everything. Now I can take my picture off. And like I said, you can absolutely freehand on this paint paper. Okay, I think I've covered all my pencil lines with white crayon. And now we're going to do what's called a wash. It'll be a dilute bit of water paint. Now this could be done with a dilute food coloring and water mixture. I'm just going to use this metallic watercolor I found downstairs. So I don't want the color very intense. I want it pretty watery. Make sure before you start painting that you've got extra bits of loose wax off. And then wash that background. Now, to work quickly, you can add more water. If you accidentally put it on a little bit too intense, the color, you can add more water fairly quickly to spread it out. But after just a moment, the paint will seep into the paper and you're done. Now you'll notice as the paint hits the white crayon, the wax is going to resist the absorption of the paint into the paper. That's exactly what we want. All right, now this paper has the wax resist and the wash applied to it. Now, I'm going to set this one aside and actually do a little bit more painting on one that I already have dried. So two basic techniques that you can try with the water paint. One is to fade a color. So when doing a fade, I start with a pretty solid mixture of water and paint. And then actually begin to paint only with water. Don't go back to the palette for any more pigment. That's what a fade looks like. And a blend is blending one color into another. We'll do red to orange. So I'm going to take my red and go about halfway across a section I want to paint on. And then come in from the other side with the color I want to blend into. And hold them together. And then you go right over the border between the two colors. And because of the watery nature of that media, as long as you don't let it sit there too long, the colors will bleed into each other quite nicely. So there's a blend. Now, obviously, basic water painting, I mean, you can fill in different areas with solid color as well. That's pretty self-explanatory. But when you're done, here's a student example that I have. Not complete, but blending and fading in the background is pretty nice. So Eeyore is still waiting to be painted there. And here's one a high school student did with a large piece of paper. And blending and fading in all the areas there. All right, so best of luck with that. And thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.